She's gonna turn up when she turns up. So cool. I like that. That's cool. Let's see. I can't see the screen at the moment, but we are live. Is this working? Fantastic. So cool. Good.
Anna, can I record?
Pardon?
Can I record?
So right now I'm in a position where I can't get into my settings to give you permission to record, but it is recording.
Okay.
So I can send you over the things.
That'd be cool, because I've just got a couple of new bits I've dropped in today. I just want to have a look back at them, that's all.
Of course. And we are live currently right now on Facebook.
Bit of admin.
Listening to a very cool conversation on record. So you can record from there, you can record from here. This is your partner, is this? Colin? I think we've met before. Is this Rachel? She's your lady, isn't she?
Farida. Don't let Farida hear you say that, for God's sake.
Oh God, I can't remember. Oh my God, this is awkward. Hello. Hi Rachel. Let's go. Hi Veronica. Cool.
Hey, I'm here.
Hi Veronica.
Very cool and chilled. I get it now. I get it. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm on vacation. Like, I'm legit at the beach, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta tell jokes." Look at this.
Exactly. Do it. That's so great. Nice gig, Veronica.
I'm holidaying the shit of it out here. Yeah.
Amazing. Cool. Hi everybody who's watching from the outside. Welcome to Frenzy. Yes, another Thursday. It's brilliant because we are online. But we are from different places. We're from the UK, we're from Midlands, we're on holiday, we're on business, we're doing all sorts of things all in one Zoom room, which is really cool. Veronica, thank you so much for joining us. I didn't realize you're on holiday.
No worries.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. If I was on holiday right now, I'd be pissed. I would be pissed, falling about.
A little buzz. I got a little buzz.
Yeah, that's good.
Of course.
I like that. Another week, exciting week with 5 fantastic acts. We've got acts, and then we're gonna have like an improv finale, which is really fun. Finally we have got to that point where it feels, like we're getting our freedom back, or sort of everyone's adapted to a certain way of getting our lives back. Is it the same? Is it like the old normal? Is it? I don't know. Many ways for me, I kind of think it is. It wasn't that long ago I said that I feel like I call it King Midas condition. Everything he touches turns into gold. Everything I touch breaks. A lot of things aren't really changing in that part. My phone is broken again, which is really frustrating. So I can barely read anything on it. Went to the gym, was like, cool, first day back at the gym a few days ago, really happy. 2 minutes on the 2 minutes on the massage chair, it broke. Did you
break it?
Pardon?
Did you break it?
Well, you see what, I didn't break it, I touched it. By sitting on it, I broke it because I touched it. So that was me touching it. Like, it breaks. So the lady, and it was after 2 minutes, so the lady came along and was like, oh, I don't think it's broken. And I was like, I wanted to tell her what this condition is like,
Yeah. It's not your condition.
Broken. So I've been there 3 times since, and there is now a big red cross over it. Still not working. But anyway, hobbies, everyone's I hope people are getting to do some hobbies. When I was younger, I actually used to enjoy stamp collecting. Bit of a strange hobby. I know, a bit strange. I feel like now the government, what they're doing is they're collecting variants. Yeah, so that's good. Well done. Fun times. Check them out. They're getting pretty good at it as well. They're finding them from all sorts of scenarios and what next. So we'll let them carry on with their fiascos and their box office Dominic Cummings stuff, which I can't really look into. Got totally bored, to be honest. Not a winner for me. But anyway, it is nice. I don't know. Has anyone done a live gig recently? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm in America. Yeah.
Cool. It's fun, isn't it? It's fun. It's good. I felt a bit sorry for the audience when I did it, partly because I had that feeling when you come out of detention and your legs just go crazy and you just want to go everywhere. So I literally just covered the whole kind of space, and that was nice. But good. I'm going to talk about other stuff more soon, but you know what I really want to do? I want to carry on with the acts that we have, because this is really fun. I'm really glad everyone's joining us. Afternoon act on the beach, lounging. So let's bring on our first very cool act, and let's have a nice round of applause in the Zoom room for, she's looking for Veronica Garza.
Woo. Yeah.
Hey. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Man, you like you said that everything you touch you break. Right away I was like, oh, are you a lesbian? Because like a lot of people don't know that. Like, we're really strong. Like, you know, everything we touch we break. Like, that's a sign of dominance. You know what I mean? We're showing you who you are. And people think like lesbians hate dick. It's just because we can't touch it, because we will break it. That is a lesbian secret. Don't tell anybody I told you. But you booked me on the show enough times, I'm like, I could tell you that. Like, now y'all know. Next week you'll find out what kind of hair gel we use. You know, like every week I get a new like dyke fact. But yeah, it's I got a lot. Like, I'm on holiday and I'm in this place, Cape Cod. It's like in northeast, in the northeast part of the U.S. Brooke, you know, it's like in Massachusetts. It's nice. It's really friendly. Like, people leave their doors unlocked and they can leave their bikes unlocked out in the front, and they can leave their shoes like on the beach as they go walk, and no one steals shit. And I know because like I'm the only person here who's ever stole shit.
No competition.
Right? Like, I thought it was like a test. I was like, they're gonna see how far this Mexican's gonna take it. I took it all. I went back and I looked like I was just running a nonprofit like shoe donation site in Brooklyn outside of my place. I'm very proud of myself. They don't need to hear this is their second. I stole from their second house. Like, they're not gonna know except for like 3 months a year that like them sneakers are missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm doing a good job. That's all I'm saying. I'm giving back. But let's see. I got like a lot of random shit going on in my head that I've been thinking about. Like, I don't know, like what I'm very interested in, what I like to watch, like kind of like what interests me is celebrities, like how they have their people they hire to like keep them like who they are, you know, like, or like to protect them. Like, you know, celebrities have like a bodyguard, they have like a life coach, they have a personal trainer. And I think I would make like a good drug coach, you know, for a celebrity. Like, I would be the one who like buys the drug. So I will make sure like they don't buy the wrong shit. I would make sure they do like just the right amount, that they have a good time. You know what I mean? But not so much that, you know, they like Belushi the shit. Like, that. I would do that. And I know it's kind of like a stretch. It's weird. But if you think about it, like, if that would be a thing, like Whitney Houston would still be with us, you know?
Yeah. Public service.
Right? Like, she would still be around, like so many people. And it's like, I even think about like athletes. I'm like, man, Len Bias would still be around. And a lot of you all are thinking like, who's Len Bias? And it's like, exactly, because he died the night he got drafted in the NBA because he did too much cocaine. Like, I would have changed the trajectory of the 80s in basketball. All I'm saying is, once again, I could have changed lives. I would save Whitney. You're right. She was thin enough. I could have carried her bony ass to Brooklyn and just saved her. At least made sure she did bumps, not lines. Rest in peace, gone too soon. Man, I'm so hyped. It's great. That's what I'm saying. I was reading this thing and I watched this video. It was about like this puppy that its mom rejected it, so he got to like be raised by a mom that had kittens the same day that the puppy was born. And it was interesting because they showed their feeding time, and like kittens, when they like feed from their mom, they have an automatic assigned teat, which, I mean, like, I think that's like, can you imagine like the confidence we'd all go through in life knowing as soon as we were born that there was a titty just for us? Can you think about like all the anxiety we wouldn't have? You know, I think about that because that's what cats have. But dogs, they just their idea is just to feed. The puppies just want to feed, so they'll grab whatever teat they can. And I feel like that's like me sober. I have a lot of I have a lot of anxiety. So the idea of knowing I have this teat, like that helps me like calm down and stay structurally good. But like drunk me is like that puppy, you know, because like I want all the titties. You know, I'm just there to feed, and like that's not yours, B. I'm like, you don't know me. Like I don't have parents. You know, I'm just trying to feed. I think I've been in the sun too long. That's kind of a weird bit.
That's great.
I like it. I like it. I'll stay on the animal stuff. I watched this video of this man have sex with a snake in South America, like south part of the United States. They're fucking weird. But I watched this video of this man have sex with a snake because there was an article about a man that died while having sex with his pet snake. So I know y'all are like kind of weirded out, but also before you start judging, just think about the fact that this man managed to maintain a relationship with a real human woman and have a side snake at the same time. Okay. Like there was that, but in the article, just stay with me on this. Side snake. There's a quote from his girlfriend, and it says, he convinced me to have a threesome with the dog once, but I drew the line at the snake. And like you like think about this, she created her boundaries and he respected them. Okay, that's love. That is at its fullest a healthy relationship. He had hobbies, and even though she didn't like them, she tried them just to show she cares. And all I'm saying is, if you're single and you find you're not meeting the right person, like find your fictional partner that you'd be willing to not fuck a snake, but maybe think about fucking a dog for. You see what I'm saying?
Good information.
I've been in a relationship for almost 5 years. I don't know how. With the human woman. She's real. I just told this joke, and there's a family of 3 kids at this cabin.
Giving them an education.
Welcome to P-Town, guys. Welcome to
Provincetown.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Right.
Let's see. I will. Let's see. What did I want to run by? Because I have like a lot of random bits that I've been doing. A lot of New York stuff that's too much. I will share this that I think it's cool. A lot of people don't know that, you know, like we're talking about a lot about gun rights in New York. I've started exercising my right to carry nunchucks. A lot of people don't know this, but we just got our nun rights back in like December 2019. So in 1976, a judge outlawed nunchucks in New York City due to the rise of kung fu movies. And like, I don't know, I feel like everyone universally is familiar like with New York City. And I think we're all familiar of like New York City in the 80s. Like, I felt like they could have used some nunchucks, you know? Like they could have, like, I feel like that would have made things more fun. Can you imagine getting mugged by someone with nunchucks? Like they had to practice to like mug you. Like they had to like do tricks to fool you. Like you get a mugging and a show. You get robbed and a show. That's amazing. And you imagine like filing a police report after, and a cop's like, did the suspect have a weapon? And you're like, nunchucks. And the cop kind of laughs and he's like, only in New York, only in New York. Like, I don't know. I think that would be dope. And I've had some weird moments in New York City. When I first moved there, I was really good at like sniffing out the fun in a party. And by that, I mean, I could always find the cocaine. Right. And this hit its peak when I ended up doing cocaine in Cyndi Lauper's apartment one night. And as I've mentioned, y'all, like New York City in the 80s was like dark, but it was amazing. And I feel like there's no better tribute or homage to New York City in the 80s than doing cocaine in a Upper West Side apartment off a coffee table with a mirror on the top as someone tells you, shh, don't wake up Cyndi Lauper. Like, I think that's a very beautiful thing. I don't know. Are we all familiar with Cyndi Lauper? Or no, is it just an American?
When the working day is done, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
I don't, but I'm just saying, I didn't know if everyone's familiar with Cyndi Lauper. I was trying to see how familiar, like worldwide, that is.
Yeah.
He's very familiar worldwide.
Good. Yeah. Oh no, that house looks like she has worldwide money. She's no, yeah. Trying to think about anything else I wanted to work on. I think that's it. Thank you so much, Anna, for letting me work on this.
That's lovely.
Veronica.
Brilliant.
That's great.
Really cool. And this is why I really want to continue sort of with online gigs throughout the summer, just because one, we get to obviously hear great stories and kind of jokes from other parts of the world, and two, I can see where everyone's going on holiday. I'm like, is that nice? You having a good time?
It's nice. Look at this. It's right out there. Like, it's fucking dope.
That's top real estate, especially for Veronica, your crew. That's Provincetown.
Yeah, well, we do it now. It's like our third year in a row doing it too, so it's pretty cool. I'm lucky.
It's nice. Beautiful country.
Awesome. Really cool. And this whole coaching with drugs dealing or something, I'm liking this.
Thank
you. It's people think it's bad. I would keep so many people alive, right?
Whitney.
And also, I mean, I don't know, I've had issues in the past, but I have to say to my dealers that, what you're giving me isn't good enough. I just want something that makes me a little bit higher, something.
I would talk you out of that.
Would you? Well, to be honest, I just not that much higher, just something that will get me to 5 foot.
Hey.
Would be nice. And this whole snake thing, I like this, but I think there's a kind of, the weapons and nunchucks, we just need a snake, double, 2-in-1 when a relationship and a weapon. Like,
sounds like a Kurt Russell film. Escape from Brooklyn.
Have a fight and then make love with the snake. Ooh, wow, it's good. I can't wait to bring on our next act. We're back to the UK. Yes. If it was that easy to do that anyway, I'm not Dorothy, and I don't have anyway, so I'm really excited. He does a really fun gig on Sunday evenings, which I recently did and loved it. Very, very cool. So you can also catch him on Sounds Proper Comedy. So that's his comedy show. It's a delight to have him on Friday. Thank you for joining us. Let's have a nice round of applause in the Zoom room for our dear friend, for Colin Etches.
Hey.
Thank you very much. I'm keeping it light, so I'm going to talk to you about conspiracy theories, amongst other things. Conspiracy theories, I've never been happy with it as a phrase. I think you should at least add the word alleged and at least remove the word theory and change it for idea, because Einstein had a theory, Pythagoras, Darwin, Newton, they had fucking theories. Dave down the pub, seen too much YouTube, spent too much time on the dark web. Dave's range is somewhere between an idea and a brain fart. I'm favouring more often than not the latter, if I'm being honest. You see, when I was writing this material, I realised that conspiracists and comics, we have one really key thing in common. We both take a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of fact and we embellish it for effect. The difference is, however, the difference between me and Dave, my friend, however, is that I'm a comedian, Dave. I'm supposed to be full of shit, Dave. I'm not going to do it in a TED Talk, Dave. However, Dave passes his fact off as his embellishment off as a fact or a theory. Now, it might seem like I'm victimising Dave a little bit, and I am, to be honest, for two reasons. One, because he's not here, so fuck him. And two, because you've all got a friend like Dave. You've all got a friend like Dave that's made you listen to 10 minutes of his mind-numbing shit. The same stuff every time. The British royal family are fucking lizards. The American elite are drinking baby's blood, all processed in Oprah's kitchen. Do you know what I mean? What the fuck, Dave? Do you know what I mean? At one point, he told me that COVID was fake. At another point, he told me that 5G gave you COVID. Pick a fucking side, Dave. Do you know what I mean? Stop flip-flopping with me here. Do you know what I mean? And I was nearly home free, ladies and gentlemen, and unfortunately the bastard sucked me in. Do you know what I mean? Because it's always a fight with these sorts of people to get out unscathed without getting drawn in. He said these 5 words to me: Elon Musk is an android. Now, he's a tech billionaire. He's certainly got access and resources. I was expecting something at least half decent as an explanation. He said, check his shoes. I'm like, what? What the fuck, Dave? Check his shoes? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what? So androids don't wear Adidas? What? He's like, it's where they keep the wiring. I know. What the shit, Dave, right? Unfortunately, I now have been trawling the internet looking at pictures of Elon Musk's feet, desperately trying to find one without his shoes on. It's become a little bit of a fetish, and I'm not really very happy about it. And the worst thing about Dave is that if you don't believe what Dave says, he makes the implication that somehow you were asleep or your eyes were closed. It's a good job my missus dragged me out, ladies and gentlemen, because I'd have hit him with a fucking chair and he would have been asleep and his eyes would have been closed. So conspiracy theories we didn't like, alleged conspiracy ideas, the biggest of all being Christianity, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not going to shit all over people's spirituality because I don't think that's I think there are some good aspects of all religions, but the Bible, people, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Have you seen the trouble that Chinese whispers causes in a room with half a dozen people? Do you know what I mean? Imagine these stories passed down over 2,000 years, half of which was word of mouth. Are you telling me they didn't change? Are you telling me they weren't embellished just a little bit? I mean, we could always ask Dave, maybe. And Judas was the biggest victim of all this. Sold Jesus down the river for 30 pieces of silver. Picture this. Jesus and Judas on their way home from the Last Supper, which of course then would have just been the supper. Because let's face it, if you'd been sent an invite inviting you to the Last Supper, I dare say that that might be the ancient sort of Eastern way of unfriending you on Facebook. You know, that kind of thing.
It's your Last Supper.
So they're messing about. They're in the Garden of Gethsemane. They've all had a bit too much to drink. Do you know what I mean? They're messing about. A statue gets broken. 2 Roman soldiers here. They shout, "Oi, you!" A chase ensues. Jesus and Judas run. They take a corner. Jesus' sandal snaps. He falls over, gets collared by the feds. Okay. Judas's only crime is that he outrun the Son of God. You know what I mean? But embellishment, Chinese whispers. And I guess if Judas had outrun the Son of God, we'd have heard about it, because let's face it, if you had outrun the Son of God, you might at least say, well, you might be able to walk on water, but you shit over 100 yards.
That was a nice setup all the way to that.
The Nativity, right? The Nativity irritates me, right? For this reason, I have 3 children. I have an ex-wife that I will always be grateful for carrying my children for me, right? But Joseph told her she had to get on a donkey. Are you telling me there wasn't an argument there? Are you telling me, ladies in the audience, that you wouldn't have gone, fuck you, I'm not getting on that donkey? Do you know what I mean? There's no mention of the fact that undoubtedly, because of her condition, they would have had to have stopped for a piss every 15 steps on that donkey. Not a mention of it. Do you know what I mean? When they got to Bethlehem and they put them in the stable and they said to Mary, you're going to sleep down there on the floor. Really? She didn't say, if I get down there, I won't be getting back up again. It's just, 3 wise men. Do you know what happens, ladies and gentlemen, if you follow a star? If you follow a star, you go round in a circle. They've been traveling for years. They were 3 boys when they started.
Hey, yeah.
3 wise men, 3 fucking idiots. Abraham had to kill was made by God to make the choice which of his sons shall live. And then Jesus jumps out and goes, God jumps out and goes, only joking. What the fuck? Like some biblical version of Beatles About, or the US TV show Punk. Tonight on Punk, the Son of God, the God Almighty will be pushing Abraham to the limit. Do you know what I mean? I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know about you guys. The idea that God's up there fucking with us. Now, what else? It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. I live in England, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it rains for 9 months. I've never needed a boat. Normally an umbrella's fine. What else? There's a few more. Jesus
poking holes in Noah's Ark. Poking holes in Noah's Ark there.
Jesus had disciples. Is there any wonder he could turn water into fucking wine? If you had a mate that could turn water into wine, would you let him out your sight? Do you know what I mean? It's hard. Not to mention, it kind of makes sense of why the Romans hate him. Do you know what I mean? Because if your major export was wine and I'm in charge of the Roman Empire and some little prick turns up that can turn water into it, I probably want to nail the cunt to a cross as well.
Nice connection there.
So it's there, you know. Also, remember, can you imagine the first house party, by the way? Jesus is right. Mary and Joseph have gone off. First time away since the birth of Christ. There was room at the inn this time. And, you know, he turns water into wine. And you're telling me that his mates wouldn't have gone, let's see what else he can do. You know what I mean? Because let's tell you, it's a bunch of lads, right, messing about and getting pissed up. I'm telling you, condiments would have been turned into stimulants. Houseplants would have been turned into and at least one of Mary's favourite figurines would have been turned into a hooker.
Wow. Right, come on, going dark.
Mary Magdalene
disciples.
Mary Magdalene did appear from the figurine, right? And it's widely accepted she was Jesus' best mate. By the way, 2 important women in Jesus' life, both called Mary. Is that not fucking lazy writing, ladies and gentlemen?
Lazy writing.
Mary Magdalene appears, you know what I mean, and she's widely accepted as his best mate, but they never shagged. And I'm thinking I agree with that, given that her first name's Mary. Who'd want to shag anyone with the same name as their mum, for one? And secondly, if she was made of wood, Jesus was a carpenter, peeps. He'd know all about splinters. Right, and I'll leave you with this. The carnage that Mary and Joseph returned to, the house is an absolute mess, chaos, right? Do you think when they got to the door and opened it and looked in the mess, they went, Jesus fucking Christ. Everything in the house had been repurposed and smoked, drank, or fucked. And what can you do to chastise the Son of God? Do you know what I mean? Any kind of chastisement offered would be met with, I'm telling you, Dad, grounding him. Well, a cave and a rock didn't keep him in when he was dead. So you can see this being a futile mission.
Jesus is a free man.
And finally, imagine the conversation when all their power's been stripped away by the fact that his dad's really God. They're standing over him, pointing at him, going, you might be the Messiah, but you're a very naughty boy. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I like it. Yes. Lovely, lovely. So I mean, what Mary, you might think it's lazy writing, but Mary's kind of, I think, a bit like now or these days where it's just a female popular name, a bit like Dave, which is popular name for a bloke, isn't it? So it's Dave, isn't it? You got Bob, Dave. Mary was, it's kind of like
lazy writing.
Yeah,
lazy writing.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what to say apart from that. It was really fun. I loved it. Yeah, this whole God thing. The other day I was sitting on the bench, and this is it's sometimes we all need. For me, let's say, okay, it took me ages to get to the gym, for example. I just needed that push, and for everybody that push can be little things, it can be, your mum saying something, or you not being able to fit in a pair of jeans. It just can be that little thing, that little trigger. And for me, to get to the gym, this push, my little trigger was, I was sitting on the bench a few days ago, and someone came past me and tried to give me this God kind of leaflet. And I said to her, look, I don't need it. My dad's a vicar. It's fine. I go to church loads, and it's true. So she kind of walked off, gave me a concerned look. So that was fine. I was like, okay, cool, done with that. And then some guy a few minutes later sat next to me, and he just looked over and said, you should do some exercise. So that for me was my push to go to the gym. Okay.
That really happened, Anna?
That really happened. He just
Oh
sat next
my God.
you should do some exercise. So that push was a stranger not knowing anything about me, clearly knowing lots about me that I need to go to the gym. That was my push, but it was supposed to be funny. But maybe it's just maybe it's still a painful thing. Maybe it's too close to the time. I'll talk about it in the next 2 weeks, and it'll be hilarious. It won't be so good about it.
Ouch.
No, but this is really fun. Let's have our next lovely comedian. She's really lovely. I met her it's a few weeks ago again on Gil's gig. Really fun. She's absolutely hilarious, cracks me up, and I can't wait to have her. She's from the US as well, so this is a nice little mix. It's a nice afternoon gig for herself. Let's have a nice round of applause in the Zoom room for let's bring on for Happy November.
Ah,
Oh, Anna, you're so adorable. You're so cute. You don't need the gym, so just ignore them. And I usually tell people I don't ask like other comics how you doing. I don't really give a shit. And I don't like to cuss and use bad words like the other sluts you may have seen up here, but that's, you know, I'm older, so I've lived a long time. And the Brooklyn that I know, Veronica, that ended in the 70s. I remember the 60s, actually the 50s, and that is the real Brooklyn. And I started to in the 60s. That's why I'm short. No, I started in Greenwich Village. You don't know where that is, but I know Veronica does. That's where we hung out and saw people like, what's his name? Phil Oakes, you probably don't remember, and somebody named Bobby Zinnerman, who's also known as Bob Dylan, just when they were getting started. So, and I don't know how many of you remember a heavy set black guy. His name was Chubby Checkers. Oh, you do, Jack? Did
oh
you
yeah,
twist? Oh my God.
the
For
twist.
once I was, come on. Anyway, we don't want to go there, but I was a doctor, Jack. People say, oh, doc, you really a doctor? Yeah, but I lost my license. It's, you know, just a little error. I cut the wrong part of the body, and people are so politically correct. They're so touchy-feely. I stitched them up. I made them look perfect. I even paid for plastic surgery, but anyway, so don't do that kind of medicine. I write books now, and the last book, I think Anna saw me as I was pushing it. It's flying off the shelves if there are shelves, but Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It's called Lube It or Lose It. Sexuality. Colin's laughing already because he's all greased up. It's sexuality from puberty till your plus. That's my end of the spectrum. My specialty is lubrication because we don't get enough of it, right? Jack is shaking his head. Colin is playing with Mr. Happy while I'm talking, but that's okay because, you know, he's from the UK and I know you do things a little under the table. And that book has sold so many copies, e-copies, and I'm not a computer literate person, but it's because lubrication is the number one thing that you need every single day of your life, right, Colin? Doesn't
Right.
matter if you're a gay person or you're not so happy. If you're gay and if you're an old wrinkled lady like myself, you need to be lubricated, but don't go running out and buying KY or Replens or Astroglide. I don't know what they sell in the UK, that may be the Queen's Own lube. I don't know.
The Queen's lube.
I know she probably makes a little here and there. You could call me the Queen of Lube, but I recommend natural products. It's a lot cheaper. Like if you live in the deep south of America, like Mississippi, Alabama, you know, they have single digit IQs. They have lard. You know what lard is?
Yeah.
Anyway, lard is an excellent, excellent lubricant. If you heat it, bathe in it, it gets into all the orifices. And I know this is an educated crowd. You know what orifices means. So that's very cheap. And if you have any lard left over, make great biscuits and pie crust. Now, if you're Italian, olive oil just works wonders. Bathe in it. Well, Jack doesn't have any hair, but Colin, you can use it in your hair. It'll regrow your hair, Colin. Although bald men have more important things to do with their testosterone than grow hair, right? That's what the But, and if there's leftover olive oil, use it as a salad dressing. Now, I happen to be Jewish, so I use chicken fat or schmaltz. So what you have to do, Jack, since he's listening, everybody else went out to play with Mr. or Mrs. Happy, warm up the chicken fat, put it in your big bathtub, and gently lower yourself in there so it gets into, you know what I'm saying, every orifice, and get it all greased up. And then whatever's left over makes excellent chicken soup. And remember that chicken soup cures everything. That's what we call it. I would just also recommend my second book, because that one is, I don't even know if you can still get Lube It or Lose It, but the next one is for the senior citizen. And it's called 50 Shades of Safe Sex for Seniors. And I don't know if anybody heard me do the introduction of it once or twice, where we talk about the things you have to tell the seniors. And I mean, seniors is always somebody that's, if I'm in my late 70s, they're probably 85. That's a senior. I'm still a young, hot chick. But I can dream, can I? Stop laughing there. So you must first, wash, then lube, then wash again. Make sure there's plastic sheets on the bed or the futon. But before you get in bed with a senior, a sexy senior, male or female, make sure your wheelchair wheels or your walker wheels are locked. You may have a terrible accident being so greased up and get in the plastic sheets, you go flying, and that's not a nice way to end things, is it? No. So, and then you're in bed, you take turns lubing your significant other or insignificant other. Make sure you have your COVID. I don't know what it is in the UK, but 50% of the US has at least one of our shots. Make sure you have a copy of your, I am a doctor, so this is a little boring. You have to have your vaccination shots.
Which one are you shot? Which one?
The shots. Oh,
Which
Moderna.
one?
I had
Moderna. Okay.
And make sure you show it to your partner. Or as Veronica says, your snake, which I'm still trying to figure that out. That was the Discovery Channel, because I can't figure out where and who goes what, who ties who down, who, where it goes, because that was, for an old lady, that was unbelievable. Some people are running out of orifices. That's all I could say, to turn to snakes. But all right, so I'm going back to the senior book is a lot of fun, because I can see all my friends, what they need to know about sexuality. And they also need to have oxygen by the bedside, because you never know, John Doe might get overstimulated. You should also have a crash cart nearby. And remember, what happens at Granny stays at Granny. And this book is now almost published. We're going to have a big blowout book launch at the Sunrise Nursing Home, because seniors need to have sex too, Colin. Just because they're over the hill to you doesn't mean they don't have what going on down there. And I'm telling you, with lubrication, the plastic sheets, plastic gloves, Granny and Grandpa are going to be getting a sack for many, many decades. So that's the two books that I've written. I do have a lot of experience working in the nursing home with the geriatrics, which I'm one. And I think that I may have been at the nursing home too long, because I was trying to lecture them on healthy nutrition habits. And one old lady says to the other one, like, "Who's that up there?" And when the other old lady in her special whisper said, "Oh, that's Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yeah.
She's been here forever."
Not Janet Reno, but okay.
You know, guys, it was at that point that I realized I need a makeover if I'm getting mistaken for Eleanor Roosevelt. And even though she was not a pretty woman at all. And for the seniors, getting back to them again, I almost forgot. Always use condoms, because you're not too old or not too young to get a sexually transmitted disease. Why, for Christmas, my husband gave me chlamydia. He was trying to tell me it was perfume from France, but I was too smart for that. Anyway, and I'll leave you with this nugget of truth. The number one health problem in the US is constipation. No shit.
Hey.
That's it. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go find me a big snake. Bye.
Fantastic. Happy November. Yes. Really fun. Oh, how does one lubricate a snake? That's a question as well. If we can have that in your book, that would be amazing. Well, fascinating. Learning so much this evening, so much. Abby, please do tell me when your launch is on, the signing. I would love to come along, get the signed book. So please do tell me. That's
Oh, definitely. I will let you know.
I look forward to it.
Remember to lubricate.
The
Even
lubricate.
if you're not gay, Jack, you've
Just
got to lubricate.
it's yeah.
It's fair, and I have to leave now because my significant other needs his lubrication.
Yes.
And I'll see you
Okay.
in a bit. Bye.
Have
Stay out of
Thank you
trouble.
for joining us, Abby. Really
Ta-ta.
safe lubricating. There we go.
Happy lubes.
Wow. That was educational. Really funny. Yes. Well, I was going to ask more questions, but I'm sure we will definitely see Abby again. Really fun. I hope Dan is learning a lot from this as well. And Arida, yes, good. It didn't. Is it Mick Jagger? Didn't he get well, his last child he had? I'm sure he was 85. So yeah, it was 85, wasn't it? So there we go. Definitely what Abby was talking about. Condoms all the way. Okay, good. This is the fun part as well. So I'm really happy. This is really fun. We've got improv. So we got our comics this evening joining us. This is really fun. I'm not going to say too much, but it is two comedians together, sort of starting a story from scratch, improvising and just going with the flow. So I'm going to give them the floor and we're going to enjoy. So bear with me for 2 seconds. It really is going to take a second, and then I'm going to find Brooke and I'm going to pin him as well. So add pin. So continue. Are you both on the screen now?
No, we're still in thumbnails and you're on the screen.
Apologies for that. Don't wait. So this is
if you pin both of us, does that work? Or if one of us pins the other
I
one?
might have switched us back to gallery. I hit gallery and I
pin. There we go. So I will just replace pin because I'm place pin. There we go. What's going on? Add pin there. So there we go. So nice. We've got both of you on the screen that I can see here in front of Zoom. If you can see it here. Is that cool? It delays a little bit on Facebook, but it should work.
I'm seeing Brooke, but I'm not getting us side by side. Brooke, do you want to pin me?
Sure. Come here. Let me pin you, big boy.
Pin me, baby.
I'm just kidding.
See if
I don't know how to pin you. I'll go in the corner. Oh, I hit pin. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah.
See if that works.
No, you have to spotlight rather than pin. You both want to spotlight.
Colin knows.
Yeah.
I should spotlight you. All right. Thanks, Colin.
Yeah.
Rubber nib pen.
Give me spotlight.
I can't do it. No.
Oh.
So so what I'm looking at the moment is I can see Jack and Brooke on the same screen.
Right.
Left on your machine, not spotlight.
Pardon?
And you know what else I like, Anna? We started the show with admin, and we're ending the show.
That's what it's about, you know.
This is exactly what we're talking about. Oh man, let's get a suggestion. Let's party on, please. Let's go. We've got I think we got to go to Colin for a suggestion.
Go on then, what do you want? What, anything?
Anything you like, just off the top of your head, anything you like.
Oh my giblets. You know,
Giblets.
One word.
Yeah, you can have giblets, yeah.
Giblets?
Yeah, take it.
Okay, cool. Jethro, you hearing me? Jethro,
Hang on a second.
I'm talking to you.
Hang on a second, Hank. I got a boiler to fix here, and you're telling me your life story right now.
I want to tell you my life story. What I want to hear about is what the fuck you done with the giblets.
Hand me the wrench, and I'll tell you.
Coming down.
The giblet.
Wrench.
Thank you.
Now, the giblets are missing from the Frigidaire again. And you know they're my favorite.
I had a special occasion. I had to eat your giblets.
You had a special occasion, Frank. When did you ever have a special occasion that'll involve your truck?
Cut to the special occasion.
Happy birthday.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks. Your birthday. You took are you telling me I've forgotten your birthday? And that's where the giblets are gone? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying I gave myself a birthday present today. That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's cool. I just can only apologize for forgetting your birthday, Hank. We've been sharing this shack for 40 years. I should know your birthday. I'm real sorry about that. I'm mortified, to be honest.
Can you take this wrench? Can you take in while you're telling me how much you're excited about my birthday? You forgot. Can you just take the wrench I've got in front of your face here?
I got it.
Hand me a flathead screwdriver.
Coming down.
So I enjoyed the giblet sandwich.
Well, I'm glad you did, but I'm still feeling bad about having forgotten your birthday. Is there something I can do to make that up to you?
Oh, don't worry about little old me. I'll just listen to your story about giblets on my birthday.
Man, I think I must be losing my mind because I never used to forget things about important occasions like that, Hank. This is what, why are you laughing?
Well, you forgot the 20th anniversary of the first boiler we fixed together.
Yeah?
That was 3 months ago.
I forgot that. Yeah. This is kind of just beginning to bother me a little bit, Frank.
Can you please take this screwdriver?
Sorry.
I'm all excited to hear about how sorry you are about the second thing you hadn't remembered. The second being after the first, which was our 20-year anniversary of fixing our boiler together.
Yeah. Not only that, I just called you Frank. I done forgot you. This is old age coming up on me, Hank. I don't like this that I can't remember things.
Yeah, said it there. Now you said it. What's the next tool you got to hand me right now? You're drawing a blank. You're drawing a blank, Tim. You're drawing a blank.
Now, give me some space to think here. Is it the carburetor spanner thing? I can't remember what it's called. It's about this big. It's got a big round knob on the end and some funny wiring on the other end.
Tim, take this flathead screwdriver and hand me that bow saw.
Bow saw. Of course, it's the goddamn bow saw.
Tim, I'm telling you, I enjoy your moral support
Well, I'm glad I got something to contribute because I know like fuck all about trucks and so on. And I wish I could be more helpful than just handing you these strangely named kind of tools that I know nothing about. But I hope I'll give you some kind of emotional support over the years.
Well, it is Tim Roscoe's Repair and Company.
Oh, that's me, isn't it? Tim, Tim. Yeah.
Don't you think after 20 years,
I better talk.
you might remember your old pal, Hank, and put my name on the side of the truck?
I know. I got to talk to you about this, Hank, because if I can't even remember the name of the goddamn business that I've been in all these decades, I think it might be time for me to retire. Now, I hope you don't take that wrong. I still support you and all, but I think I just got to retire before I make a mistake that is, maybe going to kill somebody.
You can't retire. You can't.
Why not? Hank, this is nothing personal. I just feel like I'm becoming like a liability to the business.
Well, you can't retire. I mean,
I can see you're upset. I see you're upset. I've been thinking long and hard about this, Hank, and I just feel I should hand it over to a slightly younger man, meaning your good self there, and just kick back on the rocking chair on the porch for a bit and maybe just fade away into the sunset like all old timers do, So, and I'll be around. I'll still be telling them my sort of disjointed stories where I can't remember the name of the goddamn character I'm talking about, but I just want to
my birthday present.
Yeah. I'm going to make a note to myself about the giblets and
Hank Springfield's, and you just gonna stick around and help me, Tim, a little bit with old Tim Roscoe's and Company's truck?
Yeah, no, I'm going to stick around, but all I'm saying, Hank, is I don't know how much you're going to be able to rely on me because I'm turning into that old fart that can't do fuck all without fucking it up. And I'm just warning you about that. It's not that I ain't willing. I've worked myself into the ground for this business and for you, but I just got to be realistic.
Tim, I don't mean to interrupt you, but my arm is killing me. Will you take this bow saw?
I'm sorry, man.
That's our show, everybody. That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
Jack Vaughan and Brooke Heorr. Brilliant.
Cheers,
Really fun. Yes, that was really cool. That's improv online, which is brilliant. So thank you.
Thanks, Colin.
Say now that I'm going off to find myself a nice big chunk of lard. Going my retirement, okay?
That sounded a lot of fun. Lard, awesome. If you're Jewish, some chicken, isn't it? Chicken stumps, I don't know, stuff. Wow. God, I can't wait to just another few years and then living the dream. Yes. I might, Veronica, don't be offended. I might hold back on these snakes. But really cool. It's been a really fun evening and afternoon. Hopefully those thank you, Dan, for joining us, and Farida as well. So that's really cool, and Veronica for sort of sticking around. And also, thank you for our acts to kind of join us and entertain us. And it's been really fun catching up as well. So I've got a nice round of applause for our acts. So we've had Veronica, really fun. We've had Colin Etches, thank you. Happy November, also Jack.
Another round for our audience, our
Yeah.
You're still there.
Each other.
Yeah, they're probably again sitting in a bath of lard, probably just going.
I wish it for everyone.
Yeah, it's the thing. So thank you everyone for watching on Facebook, whether you're in a park, pub, toilet, doesn't matter if you watch. Either way, keep safe. Cool. Until next.